In a chilling attack that shocked the nation, Ahmad Al Aliwi Alissa gunned down 10 innocent people at a King supermarket in Boulder, Colorado in 2021. This mass shooting became one of the most heart-wrenching tragedies in recent history, leaving behind grief-stricken families and a devastated community. After a 3-week trial, justice has finally been served, but the pain and scars left by this brutal act will never fade. In this video, we take an in-depth look at the details of the case, the trial, and the ultimate verdict that ensures Alissa will never walk free again. On March 22, 2021, 25-year-old Ahmad Al Aliwi Alissa entered a King supermarket in Boulder, Colorado, armed with a semi-automatic weapon. Within minutes, he opened fire, killing 10 people and leaving countless others running for their lives. The victims ranged from 20 to 65 years old and included the first responding officer, Eric Talley. The terror unfolded for hours as the shooter moved through the store, targeting shoppers, employees, and even law enforcement. Shoppers and employees sought cover or attempted to flee as Alissa continued his rampage. According to prosecutors, Alissa researched the attack beforehand and showed intent in every action he took on that fateful day. After the attack, Alissa was taken into custody and charged with 55 felony counts, including 10 counts of first-degree murder, 38 counts of attempted murder, and 6 counts of possessing large-capacity magazines. His defense team argued that he was not guilty by reason of insanity, claiming that Alissa suffered from schizophrenia and was hearing voices instructing him to commit the attack. His lawyers insisted that he was unable to tell right from wrong during the shooting. However, the jury found Alissa guilty on all counts. They deliberated for about 6 hours over 2 days before reaching a unanimous decision. Prosecutors demonstrated that Alissa meticulously planned his attack, researching mass shootings, purchasing weapons, and practicing with his rifle. These actions clearly showed that he was aware of the consequences of his actions. The court sentenced Alissa to 10 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 48 years for each of the 38 attempted murder victims. Families of the victims delivered powerful impact statements, describing how the shooting had shattered their lives. Erica Mahoney, whose father Kevin Mahoney was killed, addressed Alissa directly, expressing her disbelief at why he had targeted her father. She painfully recounted how her father would have been the first to help Alissa had he sought assistance that day instead of resorting to violence. The family members who lost loved ones in the attack spoke of the immense pain and suffering they continue to endure. Olivia McKenzie, the daughter of victim Lynn Murray, asked, "He's given us a life sentence, robbing us of family. Why should he get any less?" The defense's argument centered around Alissa's mental health, claiming he was suffering from schizophrenia and acting under the influence of delusions. His family testified that his behavior had become increasingly erratic before the shooting, describing how he had isolated himself, talked to himself, and believed he was being followed. Despite these claims, no medical expert testified that he was legally insane at the time of the crime. Prosecutors argued that Alissa's deliberate actions, such as researching mass shootings, purchasing weapons, and planning the attack, proved that he understood what he was doing. Jurors ultimately rejected the insanity plea, finding him sane and responsible for his actions. The Boulder supermarket shooting stands as a devastating reminder of the impact of senseless violence on innocent lives. Ahmad Al Aliwi Alissa's conviction ensures that he will never be free again, but for the families who lost loved ones, the pain and suffering continue. It is our duty as a society to remember the victims, their stories, and the lives they touched. If you found this video informative, please remember to follow us on TikTok and subscribe to Random Crime Vids Daily on YouTube for more in-depth coverage of impactful news stories. As always, stay curious and stay safe.